after that last series, but we're already in the next one. Everybody calm down.
Good. Now I have your attention.
Why? Why did you have to pick yellow and orange as the colors? Anyways, in the top right, it is the Ukrainian Zerg player on Team Tolan's Lions, with Scarlet as well, another player on the team. Sending out a drone. We'll talk more about this in a moment, but it's Bly. Known for his sneaky strats and his decisive early game plays, especially in ZVP, but across the board. Anyways, he's proxy hatching. Right? Yes? No? Yes? Yes. Anyway, and also the Polish Protoss from Team Liquid being proxy hatched. It's man. I feel like the music is not correctly representing what's happening right now. Will he be able to get the cancel? Take notes, that's the perfect amount of probes to kill this just before it finishes with minimal mining time lost. Now, can he cancel and get the Evo? That's the question. That's the big question on everyone's mind. Your mind, my mind. Got him. The Evo shouldn't finish, but it delays just a little bit longer. Oh my god. I like this. This is, he's playing like a Protoss. It's like, I've had my hatch blocked too many times by pylons. How do you like it? You know what has more HP than a pylon? A hatchery. He's actually gonna get the scout on the Stargate as well. It's gonna have to be essentially a one-base Stargate. Bly going for the triple base behind it all. So, what do you build? The second gas, okay, Bly wasn't able to steal the gas. That actually would have been a big deal. I'm surprised he didn't go for it. I'm seeing those spikes now, too. We're just gonna ignore it. We're gonna pretend it's not happening. The probe's got it out. I mean, there's not really enough gas to go for too much out of the Stargate early.
Paused.
Yeah. Okay, so let's all take a moment. I can't play like that. He's gonna turn off his hotspot Wi-Fi on his Zune. And so while we're here, let's talk more about StarCraft. That has kind of been happening today. Obviously, they're draining the StarCraft servers so that everybody can get more skins in Black Ops 4. And let's talk a little bit about Call of Duty Black Ops 4. I can say this. I bought the game for $60, so maybe you guys don't have to. So what I can say about Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is it reminds me very much of the Call of Duty I played in my youth when I was but a 13, 14-year-old fuckboy. It reminds me so much, I feel like I could just play that game, and it'd be essentially the same game, and it would have cost me $60 less. But, there is the Blackout Battle Royale mode, which gets me that experience. Like, what I love about it is it's pretty quick. You get on the ground, and that way you really expedite the process of dying before you find a gun, which is my favorite part of Battle Royale. Now let's play. Let's play a real game. Zergling's on the way, and Oracle being chrono boosted out. Single Adept coming in to scout, but the Lings get in at such an awkward time. There's not even Warp Gate on the way. So we will have to see. The Oracle comes out, but when the Oracle is forced to use its energy on slow Lings before Warp Gate starts, it's not great. It's not great for a Protoss, especially up against a 3-base Zerg, getting Zergling speed and more Lings. He still hasn't. There it is. Okay, now he starts Warp Gate. This is so bad for me. This is very bad. Bly has plenty of drones. He has queens. He has basic defenses. Mana has no option. Like, he has to just increment out Stargate units. He's not even going Phoenixes. Void Rays don't really have they don't grow exponentially in their potential. Like, you get 2 Void Rays, you got 2 Void Rays. You get 5 Phoenixes, then suddenly you have a lot more options than when you had 2 or 3 Phoenixes.
Game paused.
Yeah, You know, one of my favorite parts about Battle Royale games is I really love it looks like we're gonna restart from the replay, but I really love that in order to actually win the game, if you're not some sort of like god at clicking on people's heads, the best strategy is to just play like a Skyrim simulator, and by that I mean you like set up a tent, okay, you start camping, you crawl around on the ground, high action packed, okay, you scavenge, lots of scavenging. Just so much fun, such intensity. Looks like we're rebuilding. That game is no longer available. This is why replay casts are okay sometimes. The internet. I'm real thirsty today. For ladder point. I'm just going to respond to this comment because we're buying time. Saying Call of Duties are the same are like me saying SC2 is exactly the same as StarCraft Brood War, so just play StarCraft Brood War. Same guns, same maps, same mechanics. Pretty much the same. Call of Duty is a game for people who are nuanced, okay? I'm gonna tell my MLG story. Because I went to MLG with my girlfriend one time. Yeah, humble brag there. But anyways, there were only 2 games at this MLG. It was Dota 2 because we were really into Dota 2 at the time, and then there was what was the other one? It was Call of Duty. It was one of the Call of Duties. It was one of the. I think it was like Call of Duty 2014. Something like that. So. These are the only 2 games. It's just like one big haul. And the split in the audiences was so stark. On one side, you have the Dota 2 audience, wearing like sweatshirts or just like basic t-shirts, lots of glasses, lots of bowl cuts, like a solid like 30-40% Chinese audience because it's huge and a lot of Chinese players. I think it was in Columbus, Ohio, so a lot of Ohio State University people. And then on the other side, you got your Call of Duty fans. Your Call of Duty fans, which include, like, we went over and watched one Call of Duty match. Just imagine me, like, tap out shirts. You got a lot of wristbands. You got backward snapbacks. You got gold chains. Not to stereotype. You got baggy jeans, you got football jerseys or things that look like football jerseys. It honestly felt like we had walked into the wrong class or something. Like, oh. If you were like, which one of you don't want to stereotype people, but with like a 95% accuracy, you could pick out who was there for Dota and who was there for Call of Duty, because next to nobody was there for both. I don't which was a very, very fun experience. I guess fun is in, like, amusing, not so much like what I was there for some sort of social experiment. Anyways, we're back in the match. Yeah, I'm seeing it too. Hopefully mana. I don't know, it seems the European server's having some hiccups today, unfortunately, but mana does pick up 3 kills. A Void Ray at home. He's gonna go with a double star. Building up the Phoenixes. Oh yeah, we saw a lot of mana play PvZ yesterday, right? Was it yesterday? Mana versus Rainer and mana versus a laser. Wait, Rainer? I don't know exactly, but he has a more particular style. He likes the Void Ray Oracle into double star. A lot of players, well, it's a little different than what you typically see. A lot of players will just go like, they'll build 1 Phoenix and an Oracle and then just a bunch more Phoenixes, but... They're on the way. Yeah, I was all thrown up. Like, I forgot this was the same game. I'm slowly establishing in my mind this is the same game that was before. A lot more Lings on the way for Bly. He's got 56 drones. He's making 10 more behind this. There's plenty of energy on the Oracle. I don't think he can cancel the base. He definitely can, but the Pulsar Beam is activated. Those Adepts are in kind of a weird spot, but with the Oracle, I guess he's just going to dive on him. Any upgrades? No +1 melee, so... He's going for a 3rd Stargate. Now, It sounds weird, but one of the best counters to Stargate play is Zerglings. Just lots and lots of Zerg. Because what are you gonna do? Lift up Lings? That's not very efficient. Sounds about my speed, but building a couple more Zealots. There's no real shield batteries here. Bly just can continue making Zerglings. He's at 72 drones. Like. It feels like mana is not getting enough momentum here is the problem. He's not really killing drones. He's not spiraling up his economy. They're Void Rays building, but eventually the Zerg, like, the Hydras will outgrow the Phoenixes. Especially with a backstop of 9 Queens. Like, 9 Queens means you can actually build the Hydras and they won't get picked off. Even though mana hasn't really taken much damage. He's only lost 4 probes. It just doesn't feel like he's done anything to slow Bly down. How many Phoenixes? He's lost only 1 Phoenix, but how do you stop the Queen? Like, he's building 3 Queens at a time. The Queens are coming. They're gonna be with the push. I'm struggling to see... Oh, God, those little spikes there. The Hydras are here. He has muscular augments. Interesting to point out, by the way. He went for speed, not for the range first, which usually indicates he wants to be aggressive, because speed doesn't give you... The speed upgrade gives you very limited effectiveness on creep, and he has creep pretty much everywhere. But off of creep, the speed upgrade, the muscular augments... are a big boost in their speed. So it's usually, if you start with speed, indicating aggression. Not always, but, like, in general. 2 carriers start, and in about 3 years, they will finish. If mana can hold till the carriers, then that's, what is he at? Okay, +1. There's no upgrades on these Hydras. I guess that's something. There's so many queens. There's a couple. How many Hydras? 23 Hydras against 15 Phoenixes. 15 queens, about a dozen of which are with the push. If he can just get the carriers out, the queens are on the way. Like, he needs to be in range of transfuse. Good force fields to start. Gonna get some pickoffs. But here come the queens. Roaches are coming up. The supply is starting to look very, very heavy in favor of Bly here. The Phoenixes try to get the lifts. There's not nearly enough to stop this. He's slowly, it's like a landslide. He's grinding over them. There's no stopping this. And when the carriers come out, what are they gonna do? Launch 20 interceptors at the Hydra? That's not gonna happen. Mana. He's dead. Bly with the correct choice of build here. Responding very well. Remember, this all started with a proxy hedge. A while back. That was a while ago, but it all started with a proxy hedge. Yeah, the interceptors come out. The Hydras laugh at them. And the 200 supply. 0 upgrades. Mana is trying to defend the keep, but he gets 1 queen. Like, the lag is pretty rough. I really hope it's just me lagging, by the way. It's better if I lag than the players. And Bly wins game number 1. A rough start to the series for Mana. Bly definitely throwing things off to start out. Oh, I pressed the wrong button because it was resumed from replay. Finally, we have that feature, but
I try to get by something that I'm not into. My mind is paralyzed. Don't care, I just might pack my bags and take off tonight. Don't need the pressure from ya. No need to put that on me.
Good. Now I have your attention.
thank you, Swazer Dazer 88 for that sub. Risky B1, Senior Sanchez, X9 Whisper, Storms BG, Mixed Sweet Lovin', Winter Ajax, Coffee 2 Theorems. Thank you for those subs.
Don't need a lot, I'm good with change in my pocket. My way ain't perfect, it's not, so that seems worth it, right?
Good. Now I have your attention.
Don't need that pressure from ya. No need to put that on me. Just need some fresh air to breathe.
Thank you, Elsid2211.
Easy to see if I'm winning or losing when all eyes on me.
We're getting details worked out. Some players have had lag today. Some other like Mana had lag, but Bly didn't, which is quite odd.
Don't need the pressure from you. No need to put that on me. Just need some fresh air to breathe. All eyes on me.
And that's what we're trying to work out. We're doing it live. That's what happens. Oh, we finally got the players to choose colors that aren't orange and yellow. But cross your fingers. Send your packets. Let's hope for the best. So we go into game 2.
When times are down, you know I'll be with you. Your times are rough, this time I see you too.
Alright. And we are back on Meme Catcher. Mana versus Bly to determine who moves on to face Masa, the Canadian Terran, who took out Scarlet and Neeb pretty handily. So, a top Zerg and a top Protoss, proving he is quite capable. The Canadian is the end boss. Thank you, LX Mad, for 7 months. The probe comes in. Bly, no stranger to not expanding to his natural. This game not drawn for the proxy hatch. The proxy hatch was quite effective in the last match. Like, it did everything it needed to do and more. It slowed down. It slowed down the expansion. It denied mining. It got a scout. It kind of threw the entire build off. It felt like Mana was reacting. That's always great for a Zerg. If the Protoss is reacting to you, as opposed to kind of you reacting to the toss. Like, a lot of the time, a normal Protoss build, say Stargate into Archon drop, a lot of that is, well, it's on the Zerg to figure out how to deal with it. Like, you gotta build roaches, or you gotta find a timing, or something like that. Whereas, if the you've scouted their Stargate, you build Lings, like, the Protoss has to be like, okay, do I need a Void Ray to defend? Do I need more shield batteries? Like, Protoss is not nearly as flexible, especially in the early mid-game as Zerg. You can't just magically get 10 more Zealots, or something like that. But this game, nothing out of Bly super early on. In fact, he's a little bit later on the speed as well. So he's gone for a bit of a more economic build. Held off the gas a bit longer. Stargate is going to be the choice. Mana, like, if things go right for Mana, he is an incredibly scary player. One of the best Protoss in the world. Got to the WCS finals. And, of course, the end boss was there, Cyril. But still, a ridiculous run. I think it was WCS Austin earlier this year. And he's a shield Protoss. There are two types of Protoss. You can put to stereotype Protoss players. There are shield Protoss, like Stats and Neeb and Mana. And then there are YOLO Toss, like Haz, like Haz and SOS, Shadone, players who will just go off the rails, and oh, Zerglings are getting in. How is this happening? Well, the Adept trying to get some damage done on the opposite side. It will get out, but 5 probes have died, and it's not over yet. Like, 3 drones died, so a bit of a mess on both sides. You simply cannot be looking both screens at the same time. 5 probes is too many for about 4 or 6 Lings getting in. How many was that? 6 Lings. By finding damage. Now, the return damage was pretty good as well. Like, 3 drones, especially on a player who delayed their speed and is trying to power up on 3 bases, is not bad at all. He's looking for maybe another drone kill. We'll find it. And the shade through. More Lings are coming out, so he's forcing the Lings out. Every set of Lings that are built is 1 less drone. I'm so good at math. So Bly is forced to build many more links. Are there any units? Mana. Okay. I'm like, man, the Zerglings are gonna get in. Warp Gate will finish. There's another Oracle on the way back at home. The first Oracle came into the main. Looks like it was driven away by the Spore. Picked up, I believe, 1 drone kill. So we've evened up the worker losses here. Double Oracle comes in, one-shotting drones. 3 more will be the total. And Bly at 36 workers. So, Mana, despite a little bit of shakiness with the early Zerglings, has stabilized, and I think he's in a pretty nice spot here. A Forge on the way and a Robo. This should be combined with a Twilight Council in a moment. I can't imagine going, what are you going to go, +1 Colossi? I don't know. We will see soon. Mana taking his 3rd. He's got the Oracles to protect himself on the ground. Bly's actually just going to make 22 more links, which is kind of surprising. It looks like he does want to cancel this, but there are 3 Oracles on the field. If he gets wind of the Zerglings, it's kind of a waste, because these Zerglings, they could have been drones. I keep saying that, but it's still true. Those Zerglings could have been drones. The wall is up. The Zergling's trying to find an opportunity, but he just turns on 1 Oracle. He has plenty. No pylon here, unfortunately, but yeah, there's no way he's delaying this base. Just a bunch of Zerglings that aren't really going to do anything. So Bly he kind of hamstrung himself there a little bit. I mean, the idea was the Oracles are out on the map, you sneak by, cancel the base. That's the best case scenario. But it just did not happen. And he made a bunch of links and slowed down his economy to do so. Behind this, there is going to be an Archon drop, it looks like. Going up to 4 gates total. 4 Templar, 2 Archons. A lot of great math from me today. The Roachborn isn't done for Bly. He has no lair tech. He's got a lot of money. The Oracles are coming in looking for more damage. We'll find it. It looks like he's just going to go straight to Roach speed, but it definitely feels like Mana much more comfortable in this match. He's adding on more gates. He's got 51 probes. He's held on to the base. It's going to be Swarm Host out of Bly. A very potent style, especially on Dreamcatcher. You can just fly the Locusts over the cliffs. They're like even better tanks, all right? You heard it here first. Swarm Hosts are pretty much siege tanks but better. Right, Terran players? So buff siege tanks. Anyways, the Archon drop coming through. There's no strong response to it. 13 Roaches on the way. Roach speed just now started. There's no aggressive potential. Not really until he gets Roach speed and Swarm Host. More bases are coming out, though. Bly's just going to expand everywhere. I'm not surprised. Zealot's actually being warped in. There's not quite enough Roaches. The Archons are chunking through. Charge is done. And he's starting to do a lot of damage here. A Queen assassinated. The Warp Prism can get out. Oh, is he going to juggle them all down? That's cute. The Oracles have some potential. Oh, actually, he just came in with them. He doesn't have that much energy. He's still going to bring them in. Why not? Without Roach speed, Bly can't really move around between these bases. He's going to lose. He's going to lose the 4th. He does have the gold coming up. A Stasis Ward. Bly reacts in time, but the 4th base is gone for very little cost. Both Archons get out. The Warp Prism still at full HP. 2 Oracles on the field. A 3rd one at home. So right now, everything going right for Mana. Bly wanted to be building Swarm Hosts right now, and he'll probably do it in just a moment. But, yeah, there they are. Already Storm on the way. 64 to 65 workers. The 4th base was shut down. More damage being done. An Observer with the Warp Prism to be able to cut down the creep spread. And, by the way, none of these units shoot up. So, this is awkward. Like, stop it. The roaches scowling. I feel like Roaches have a permanent scowl, but... Six Swarm Hosts on the way. They have to get a lot of work done. How many Templar have been held? He has 4 Templar with Storm. So, He can weather the first few Swarm Host waves. Like, 1 or 2 storms are enough. The one thing here for Bly is the gold. The gold base is a big kicker. If that's allowed to mine, there's no reason it should be.
What's that?
I don't even know if mana needs to be here, but he's gonna see it. He's gonna shut it down. I don't even know, like, did he know? But either it's a happy accident or he had his suspicions. Storm? This is a Templar. Charge Lot's coming in. Will potentially delay this base. Swarm Host on the opposite side. He's going straight to the main. There is a fourth coming up for mana. Great Force Fields. Gonna shut down the Roaches. Oh, the Locusts! They got distracted! Locusts, you're supposed to go to the main, you fools! But he does cancel the fourth. That is a pretty big mistake. He did not expect a fourth base to be there. And the Locusts just take the low-hanging fruit. Will he actually find the Immortal? He triggers the barrier. Mana pulls back. Everything, despite the supply, everything's going right. 3 base versus 3 base. All he has to do is keep the Swarm Host damage from stacking up. There's no reason that mana cannot attack right now. He has the Warp Prism. He has the Immortals. +2 is done. Templar with Storm. Going on 2 storms. Roach Hydra trying to find an intercept, but they're not going to find it. The Oracles are going to keep track of the Swarm Host, and mana is bearing down to tie up the series. I mean, losing the Observer isn't the end of the world. The storms are coming through. The Swarm Hosts have to come back home, but... Oh, a lot of Ravagers. Down goes the base. Bly not able to get a third, let alone a fourth. More Corrosive Biles coming in, zoning things out, but the Storm returns even more damage. This defensive Swarm Hosts are losing Swarm Hosts, essentially. Like, you can stay alive, but you're definitely not winning if your Swarm Hosts are sitting at home, desperately sending out Locust Waves. The one thing is that mana has not taken his fourth. He hasn't been able to secure it. Bly? Well, he hasn't either. I'll give you that. But that's the one thing here for Bly. It is, without a fourth base, mana has to really kind of be anchored. He can't be losing his third. The Storms, goodbye Locusts. He gets a Templar, and he exhausts a couple Storms, but now he's back on the warpath. The Roach Hydra coming up. He doesn't even have +1. There are no upgrades here. Storms, he locks them in and he blows them away. The Corrosive Biles land, hits some things, but mana's crushing through. The Revelation, or he could just turn on the Oracle. Doesn't really matter. Another round of Charge Lots mana. The supply is starting to reflect his position in the game. Corrosive Biles, that Stalker doesn't care. Still Storms. Mana's taking the gold. He's chasing the Swarm Host. Bly dipping in supply. And it looks like he's about to be obliged to tap out. Yeah, the Locust, not nearly enough. The Archon doesn't care. Charge Lots in the main. Well, oh wait, Archon. I spoke too soon. This is almost like this is kind of a dunk. It's like, I have enough money to build 4 Archons in your main. What you gonna do about it? Like, Storms come in. Silly Roaches. They have +1, but really, the juggle back. Mana styling on him a bit here. I wanted to go Broodlords or maybe Mutas, but Mana took full control of this game, and he brings it home convincingly. Well, after this Locust Wave dies, but 38 drones. And this, if you're Bly, like, nothing really went wrong for Bly here. Like, what really happened? It's just, he made this round of, I feel it comes back to that. That kind of defines the game, is that round of lings. He just made like 22, 24 lings, I don't know exactly. And was like, well, I'm gonna try to cancel the third against someone who he knew he had multiple oracles. That entire strategy revolved around the oracles being out of position, but they just weren't. And then from there, like, if you make that many lings and you don't have the tech, then you just give control of the game to the Protoss. He has 3 oracles. That means constant scouting, threat of damage, You're never, like, and any attack is very committed, because if you don't, like, if you do a roach timing, the oracles can just help kill you, and they'll see it coming. So it felt like Bly gambled and lost. Mana, not a gambler. Kept those oracles at home, didn't take the risk that there was something coming out. And that's gonna put him evened up. Bly, like, I think he would admit as well, like, not the full-on macro player. He's looking to try to pull something. Kind of a gotcha Zerg a little bit. Finding those timings. Reminding me a little bit of True or Impact. Players who will try to surprise you. Instead of just sit back, I'm getting 72 drones. No, never. Looks like we are ready to go. Lost and found will be map number 3. Thirsty for water and great StarCraft play. We're loading in. Sick load screen commentary. Of course, the Terran music. The start of a space drama. Bly, what do you do now? I feel like we're gonna see at least one 12 pool. Not this game, maybe? What is this? What is this strat? What are you doing? Is he... Will the probe see it? He's gonna proxy at him again. Alright. Will we see the drone? Sneaky sneak. The proxy hatch worked very well in game 1. Well, Mana also, obviously, like, he was having some issues and had issues with the proxy hatch. Everything went wrong. It just... Oh. Okay. It leaves. Wait. Oh, is he going to attack with it? No, he's coming in. He knows the timing. He wants to have enough minerals so the probe can't block. Real strats! Real strats! Get your real strats here! What? Oh my god. Okay, everybody, whatever rails you had, whether they be the Russian player who came out first in his group, or the normal conventions of StarCraft gameplay, we've gone off them. Bly doesn't know there's a forge. He doesn't know this is a commit. Well, he does now. He should now. There's no pool! He doesn't have a spawning pool! It's a commitment. He sees the forge now. Or at least he sees that the pylon finished. But a gateway! He's going for the pylon! And as Ella comes out, Mana with the response. Oh, what? Oh, some black magic! He pops the probe out! Oh my god! I mean, This man, a magical man. How did he do it? He had another probe on the way, so he didn't really need to, but if you have the opportunity, why not? He's gonna go from the other side. A gateway, well, the gateway's gonna lock in the cannon. He steals the gas away from Bly. No transition to Ravagers, no lair. The hatch shut down on the other side. Where do you go from here? He turns it all on its head. The Lings come out, though. He might be able to save this base. In this game... Oh, he gets... Got him, boys! Oh, the Lings are going to work. He's gonna get the pylon. There is a stalker. Wait, what? There's a stalker. There's a stalker here, and the spines are going to work. No, okay, man. Everybody knew that was never gonna happen. That's kind of a waste of energy. But the Stalker does not get recalled. And Bly has broken out. And Mana has broken in. That's where we are now. There's no... Is he gonna build like an Adept or something? He kind of needs a unit to not lose his wall. We'll see. Warp Gate is on the way. It's not done yet. The spawns are also gonna go to work on the assimilator. Yeah, that recall on the Stalker would have been helpful. He's building a Stalker now. He's gotta get Warp Gate out. It's okay if he loses the Cyber, but you cannot lose it before Warp Gate. Oh, 3, 2, he's fine. He's fine. Oh, the Stalker's gonna finish. It's just quicker to let it finish here. Bly has 26 drones. He's building Lings. It looks like he wants to break through. An Oracle being chrono boosted. The Stalker will eventually do... Oh, wait a second. Is it too slow? Oh, no! Oh, can he warp it? I think he can get a warp it. Yeah. Oh, okay. He's fine. There's a Zealot on the way. Wait, a Zealot? I have so many questions. More Zerglings on the way, but this kind of again feels like, but why though? Like, what are these Zerglings going to do? He built a bunch of extra Lings, but why? I mean, oh no. Oh, it's a trap. Wait, is it a trap though? Because he can just turn on the Oracle. Like, I feel like, I mean, he saved the Overlord. I'm so confused. Oh, wait a second. Now he can just, well. What? But why a Zealot though? I don't. The Zerglings, can they kill the Forge? He's going for he turns on the Oracle. 18 more Lings. But why though? What? He's going for Glaives, but he has no Adepts. Bly has 39 workers. There are 4 more gates on. He's just Mana's. He's pulled the cord. We're going Glaive to Depths. That's what's happening. More Zerglings on the way. He's gonna kill the Forge. Oh, can Mana wall off in time? No! It's a disaster! He gets through. He's building more Zealots. Mana! Oh, he doesn't have a Cyber Core! He forgot his core! Oh no! Oh no! He forgot the core! He still doesn't have one! Neither me nor Mana realize this. He has Glaives for Adepts that he can't build! Oh no. Oh, you gotta get charged, Mana. You gotta get charged. Yeah, there it is. Like, oh, better late than never. Some more Zerglings. Okay, why are you building more Lings, Bly? Yeah, you got value. Like, this is... There's only 28 probes. Oh, God, this is... I mean, there's no way to cut it that's not bad for Mana. This just kind of... It slid very slowly out of his grasp, it seems. These proxy hatches, even when they don't seem to do much for Bly, I'll pick up the Zealot and save it. The Oracle's on the other side. It's a bunch of roaches, like even though they seem to put Bly in a weird spot, he's obviously much more comfortable with that position. Yeah, he's not gonna save that pile. Here come the roaches. Bly's only at 53 workers. It's still a lot. Like, that's still plenty here. No, Zealots, where are you, Zealots? Oh no. Charge isn't even done. He's got 10 seconds on it. Like, what a game. We, yep.
All this bullshit drama, I can see right through. Everybody wants
Like, you can tell how much Mana wants to stabilize. He wants to just get to that, like stable position. But Bly's like, no! No! None of that! I'm making 20 more lings out of... What?
over the ocean, I can see us there. Let's run away and be forever young. We'll catch the sun where there's no need to run. Wherever you go, yeah, you can take me there. Yeah, you can take me there.
Mana just wants to play a macro game.
Yeah, you can take me there.
And Bly very much does not.
Good. Now I have your attention.
Here we go. Game number 4. Bly up 2-1. The master of upsets.
Good. Now I have your attention.
The Starladder playoffs. Remember, playoffs are going to continue next week with Saturday and Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. European time, with the round of 8, and then the semifinals and the finals. So we'll have 4 more matches next Saturday, and then 2 best-of-5s in the semis and a best-of-7 for the grand finals. And we'll see. The next series between Neve and Cass, not Haz, Cass, the Ukrainian Terran player, will determine who faces Cyril. Oh Bly. Oh Bly. Is this the proxy Rex of Zerg? Protoss players can't catch a break. Okay? People keep not building their buildings in or around their base, and it's screwing them up. Oh my god. Oh, he's got the probe there. So the count... I like how quickly he's like, nope. Put it over there. Like Terran's building a command center. Like, oh god, that probe can't even get in on it. Obvious. Whatever. Bly is a fun player to watch. Mana's a fun player to watch, but Bly is kind of pulling it over on him. Oh, that's just going to take the third. Oh, he gets the Evo chamber as well.
Good. Now I have your attention.
I'm still not sure. I'm not sure about the math on this. Like, whether or not this is actually, like right now, Bly comes out ahead. Oh my god, don't you dare. Like, if he comes out ahead, don't do it. Oh. The math doesn't matter, as Bly has shown. Even if Mana, like, spends less minerals than Bly has spent, the mental damage has been done. Bly is like the Haz of Zerg. What's happening on the other side? Pylon block. There are 2 hatcheries in production. You just look at the mini-map, try to figure out where they are. The Zealot comes to... Oh my god. Wait, does that even block the Nexus? Doesn't matter because he's building a Stargate. Bly's only at 21 drones. Like, there is not an economy here. Mana is on 1 base and ahead economically. I don't. Oh my god. And the drone's gonna get a scout. I feel like Mana just needs to start building a shield battery, is what needs to happen. Like, he just needs to start blindly building a shield battery against Black. I feel like, especially with how dominant he looked in that, in game number 2, that, like, just build a shield. Some good micro from Mana here. He is... Oh, God. The Zerglings get by. He gets a hit on him. How did this happen? And what does Fulling love your stream? Full love? Oh my God, Zerglings. Okay, the probes will deal with it. You're all my friends here, but don't try to slide into my DMs. Oh. The Adept will be there. Will he kill that in time? No. Maybe. No. It's fine. The Oracle has plenty of energy to go in with. I mean, he should be able to get some damage done, but the Queen in a good spot. He's got to pull away. I'm gonna build it. Yeah, the 3 Oracles seemed like a great move. You gotta get, like, Oracle's great scouting, good utility. You just gotta get something, right? Like, how is the Warp Gate off cooldown? Oh my God. No. Okay, an Oracle comes up for the save. He's not gonna deny the bait. Why is Bly making lings? This is my question. Like, I don't... He just makes lings. There's another Oracle. Like, he's making lings. Right now, Bly making lings is really hurting his potential to actually deal with anything Mana does past this point. The lings feel like they're just a waste of money. But half the time... It's like, just flip a coin whether or not Bly's lings are a waste of money. Like... Half the time they feel like a complete waste, and half the time they just win the game. Okay, alright. Get out of there, probe. Mission impossible. He's making 24 more. He's like, well, these lings aren't working, but probably should get some more lings. What are you doing? He's also making 8 drones. It's going to be an Archon drop follow-up. We saw in Game 2 on Dreamcatcher. He just, like, Mana just kind of Archon dropped and did so much damage that Bly really couldn't compete. No, I mean, there's 29 lings, which is just enough lings to not really do anything. Even if he gets a full surround on all these gateway units. Oh, well, the Oracles are leaving. If the Oracles leave, okay, well, I take it all back. Nope, they're coming back. Come on! Go back! Like... Hold position is used. He's going for the probes. Bly made a bunch of drones behind this. Like, I feel like there's no predictions here. He just kind of randomly makes things. I'm sure there's a thought. There's a method to this madness, but I just can't predict it. Okay. Now, a Baneling nest. It's going to be Hydroling Bane. That's where we're going to end up here. Is it going to be an Archon drop? I believe he's just started building Immortals. Yeah, right now, Mana just... You can't predict Bly. So, he's just playing super safe. It could have been a Roach timing. You don't know. He uses Surveillance mode. I'm not sure why there. I guess he can see. I guess he keeps it there. Gets a little more vision. He's going to see the Baneling. Immediate Storm. The perfect response. Please give me a Game 5. I need a Game 5 in this series. I need it bad. I need this in my life. Mana's responding appropriately. Bly has just made, like, he's lost 46 random lings. And, that has kept him from getting that overwhelming economy you want with Hydroling Vein. If he had been at 68 drones for, like, 3 minutes now, okay, he's in a great spot. But he just got there. And Mana is almost equal with him building Storm. So, on paper, this is great for Mana. He's going to have Storm by the time there's Baneling speed. He's already got a couple Immortals. He's building more. We might see a Warp Prism next. Warp Prism usually indicates attack. And building Immortals feels like, it's like, well, I'm just playing defense. Because the Warp Prism can drag some units back or do counter damage, things like that. We're almost at the point where Mana has enough gates to split off charge lots to harass. Which, he doesn't feel safe yet. He doesn't feel safe yet. Okay, he has to defend. Oh, so many Banelings. Immediately tag. Immediate tags. How many Storms? Oh no, the Oracles somehow all live. Storm is done. Really doesn't want to lose the Templar. The shield battery helping out a lot to start. Can Bly batter down Mana? There's how many Templar on the field? There are Stasis Words on the right side. Bly building some more drones, indicating some indecision, like, oh, wait a second. This might not work out. We're going to try to find an angle. 2 Stasis Wards in position. More gateways. Kind of waiting for that Warp Gate buff when Warp Gates immediately become... gateways immediately become Warp Gates. Changelings. Going to give it a shot. Going to die. Oh, wait. Triggers a Stasis. The second Stasis, though. That's the MVP. The Banelings! Why are you here? Did they kill anything? Did they kill any Templar? No Templar have died. And Bly, of course. Why go Hive when you could make 19 random mutas? Well, he's not going to have 19, but the idea stands. No energy for tags. Oh. Gets the stasis. So, at this point, Mana realizes Bly is probably, not 100%, but probably not going to commit all out to this attack. Great tag. This is one... Oh, yeah, War Prism's on the way. The power of just this tiny army. Ooh, a Storm, but the Banelings! Ooh, he loses the Templar. Banelings on this side did not get... The wall is strong. Once Mana has all these tools on the field, you can tell he just rotates his shield around, blocks everything. There are 10 mutas on the way, but at the same time, Mana's already getting another Stargate and a Fleet Beacon. Now, that's for Tempest, because he's scared of Broodlords. But of course, Bly isn't going Broodlords. He's just going to make some random mutas. We'll see if they get what they need to get done. Mana doesn't have a 4th. He's quite late on that in the scheme of things. So, without a 4th base, he doesn't have access to the gas to just build whatever he wants. Which means you can't just go like Phoenix and Archons and all that. Oh, the Banelings! One connects. Only one, though. Only one. Storm comes up, really trying to hold on to the Templar. Mana. Good Storms, but he loses the 4th. Charge Lots on the left. Warp Prism on the right. And Mana going to be safe down the center. He needs that 4th base up. Charge Lots coming in over here. No Dark Shrine, unfortunately. The Hydras are dragged back. This means Mana can go forward. Surprise! Mutas! And now... The Archons can't get through the wall. Mana has to figure out what he wants to do. Is he going to go for this base? It was surprising. He did not expect the mutas at all. And this is Bly in a nutshell. There are no shield batteries. The Archons cannot come back. He has to build... Like, you don't want to be building Stalkers. Stalkers die to everything. Okay, this base is defended. This base is very defended. He's still losing... Oh my god, he's lost so many probes. 22 probes. There's no hive. The one thing here is there's no hive. You can't actually... He just started the infestation pit. So, like... And the mutas... Oh, man, you gotta get that out of there. Ooh, that's not good. Since there's no hive, though, and no lurker den, Mana is okay. It's not great. You don't want to lose 23 probes. But... There's nothing that can just overrun Mana with 8 Templar and Storm. Easily. I mean, it can, if the Storms don't hit and the Banelings roll in, but this army... Oh, well, okay. Storm time! Whoa. In the main, the Phoenixes are here. Blink, I believe, is done. More beautiful! Oh my god! Category 5. Incredible storms, and the mutas are dying in the main. Mana strikes back. How many Templar does he have left? 4 Templar. They're all here. Baneling's on the way. This is kind of dicey. You don't... I don't know. Like, you can't lose... If he loses these Immortals, that's super bad. This is so risky. He really wants to get counter damage, but this is... He's on the creep. He's on the creep. Where are the storms? He finds them. He needs more. I mean, like, you gotta back off. You gotta back off. Another storm. I might be wrong. I don't know the stasis word. There aren't any more storms. You need more storm. I mean... Mana. What are you... He just keeps throwing units at him. He lost all of the Immortals in Templar. Well, there's some Templar back at home, but like... 2 charge lots, and somehow the equation changes. There are mutas here. Oh, no. Don't lose the Templar mana. He's going Stalkers. Stalkers are not good. But it's all he has left. The Hive has not started. He has a little bit of space. Oh, but I feel he definitely overstayed his welcome. He like... How many Immortals? 6 have died. That was pretty much all he built the whole game. So... Oh, I don't know. You don't want to fight Bly. You don't want to get down in the mud and fight Bly like that. You want to rise above him in tech and crush him underfoot. But now, I mean, there's no Hive. Mana doesn't know that. He saw the infestation pit start, but now it's a lot dicier. Like, Stalkers do not do what you need them to do here. The mutas are in the main. Attack on the left side. A single Archon. Is it enough? He's going to hold position, get rid of a lot of probes. 9 more probes. He's in the main, getting rid of more probes. 13 probes. Attack on the other side. The Blink Stalkers come back. Baneling's still dangerous. He cleans up this attack. Bly still brawling it out. Well, Menace going to start winning fight. Well, oh my god. What a world we live in. These Hydras being chased down. Bly doesn't... Well, he just went up to 74 grounds. If this base gets taken out, suddenly Bly is kind of on like a one-base economy. A scrappy game, but Mana's pulling it back. The unit's lost. Bly has lost a lot more. He's also mined a lot more. Where are the Templar? The Templar are here. Okay, he's got this base. But then what? He should have this base. The storm's coming out. He gets the base, backs off. You can't overstay your welcome. He made that mistake once. He won't get another chance. +2 attack on the Banes. That means they one-shot probes. 2-shot Templar, but will be dealt with. Bly makes 12 more mutas, because of course he does. And a Hive. Oh my god. Here come the Hydras, though. Where are the units? Mana can't lose this base. He really needs this base. Oh, he can't warp it either. Archons? More Archons, though. The Stalkers are here. Guardian Shield. Does he go for the base? He's gonna blink for the save. Bly making more and more mutas. He's going for the kill. There's a mothership on the way. I honestly, like, it keeps feeling like Bly is winning, but then he doesn't have the tech. Like, he can't just plop down. If he had a lurker, then he could have made like 9 lurkers after he killed all the Templar and then just won the game. But this game would have looked a lot different. Well, speaking of which, he heard me, obviously. Clearing the creep here, but the mutas have been rebuilt. But he has 25? Uh-oh. But is it uh-oh? I don't know, because there's plenty to deal with the mutas. It really comes... Like, who makes 25 more mutas? He's not... Oh, the mothership is in the main. He can't recall while building the... That's not true. I'm dumb. Does he recall or does he go forward? Are we going to base trade? Like, you can't go back. You can't go home. You can't go home. There's no home left. Mama's not coming home. Oh, Mama's so important. This attack, he's going for the Nexus. The Storms, he's going to get the Nexus, but at what cost? No, the mutas win this fight, right? Oh, 1 Archon will change everything. Really? You're going to make Phoenixes? That's too many. Like, Mana, you have to attack. You must attack. Oh, the Storms. I don't, like, he's trying to corner the mutas. Mutas are not cheap. There are some charge lots out on the map. He's killing mutas. It's like, I don't, this is like chasing birds. Well, okay, that's That was a really dumb analogy. Anyways, it's literally chasing birds. But now there's the tech. Finally, Bly has made it up to the hive at the 18-minute mark. He's got a lurker den. He has a greater spire on the way, +3 melee. Mana refuses to strike back. I mean, the one time he did, it seemed quite ill-advised. But this seems... he's just gonna retake his base. It feels like it's slowly grinding down for mana. With the lurkers coming up, the lurkers are deadly. He has 2 immortals. No, you can't stop the mutas. The main base is just gone. He doesn't even have a base. The Templar Archives. It's kind of an important building. He's gonna actually trade with the Stalkers. Can the shield hold? Like, he's mining out of the main. But Bly has the bases now. He has the production, and he has the tech, the final piece of the puzzle. He's banking up. He's maxed out 2 charge slots. A desperate counterattack, but might actually be super effective. The lurkers are just going to show up. How many observers are there? There's 2 obs. There are no oracles. If there were any, big storms. He's going to go in. The mutas are in the main. Mana going to try to deal with him. He blinks underneath. The lurkers don't make as much headway as they could have. The charge slots actually cleared up 8 drones. That's not a game... Like, if he has the detection, he can stop those lurkers. There's more. He's gonna need more. Oh, the storms could be amazing. Beautiful storms. The mutas are on the left side. They're not part of this fight. There is a greater spire, by the way. Mana's mining off this base. The mutas come in. The longer this lasts here, the worse it's gonna get. Oh, he needs to deal with the lurkers at the front. He does adjust. Finally, I think he has the Phoenix count. He's going to go for the Nexus, but that means the lurkers are vulnerable. The Archons, a couple will die, but he's on top of the lurkers. He'll crush them. The storms are good. Did he get the obs with that? There's only 1 lurker left. Mana, the supplies. Now, what do you build here as Bly? He's building 11 Corruptors and 12 Hydras. What? Of all the things to build in this scenario, I have no idea, but he goes with 11. He has only 9 Narva. He's not building. Where are the Broodlords? Mana, is this his time? Where are the Broods? He's going to have 24 Corruptors and 0 Broodlords. He needs Broodlords. He's building 5. Okay. On the other side, the muta's gonna try to come in. Those are ranged Phoenixes now. He's running out of probes, but also he's running out of bases, so not that big of a concern. The Zealot's going to work. The muta's trying to get kills. Bly still has 52 drones. Bly has far too many... Well, he had far too many Corruptors. I think he canceled some of them. Yeah, he definitely canceled some of them. Because 24 Corruptors don't make any sense here. The Phoenixes aren't going to kill the Broodlords. Mana has to know Broods are a threat, but also at the same time he has 2-3 Stalkers. Like, they're not that big of a threat. They just aren't, and he can flank. The Broods are here. The Queens are with them. Mana's in the supply... Well, he was in the supply lead for a split second. I saw it, you saw it, everybody saw it. He doesn't know that, of course, but, like, that's not... 5 Broods is not enough. That's not that scary. Like, and they're gonna get chipped away. He can feed back the Queens and storm everything. Mana has held for 22 minutes, and he's coming across the map to take his revenge. Finally, over and over, Bly has lost 600 units, and he's gonna lose a few more. But Mana storming through, storming the front, storming the Zerg, and Bly has nothing left. The Archon's power overwhelming, and he's done it. I kept questioning everything, but after everything is said and done, Mana holds. GG! We're going to Game 5. Now time for the most boring, like, one-sided instant cannon rush loss or something. I don't know. He just knew. All you gotta do is live. All you gotta do is live. Because if you live, you're not dead. And that is the first step back towards victory. I don't know anymore.
Let's run away and be forever young. We'll catch the sun where there's no need to run. Wherever you go, yeah, you can take me there.
Oh my... The APMs,
can take me there.
army value, the workers, everything.
Yeah, you can take me there. Yeah, you can
Alex,
take me there.
the Starladder organizer, asked if they need a break. Both Mana and Bly had already said they were ready before he was able to type need a break. We're going to game 5.
We were catching diamonds in the rain, letting precious water through the drain.
No. In the top right of Cerulean Fall, earning his right to a 5th match. From Team Liquid, the Polish Protoss player, Mana. And in the bottom left, entertaining, wild, almost, maybe too wild, bringing it all the way, the Ukrainian Zerg. It's Bly. For Team Tolan's Lions. What is this? What are you doing here? He's like, I'm gonna proxy my hatch at my own net. We just need to take a second. Just take a second to recover. They didn't need a break. I need a break. I'm not.
Good. Now I have your attention.
Looks like we have a, dare I say it, a standard game. Also, this map, it's quite a long rush distance to proxy hatch. That's a real concern in this series. We're just gonna sit back. Now, what does Bly do? Because each one of the games, both games he lost. That last game was a lot closer than the Dreamcatcher game. But in both the games he lost, it seemed like he was just making lings and Mana slapped it down. Because making lings as you're trying to get into the mid-game cuts into your economy. If you don't get a return on investment, like he made a bunch of lings, tried to cancel the third, just didn't happen. There was no cancel. So suddenly you just have 10 less drones than you would if you just made your own. I have the best words. But will that happen again? Because that seems like it's been the key to Mana getting to the unit composition he wants. Bly still obviously catching him very off guard some of that last match. But overall defending the early pressures pretty well. Does Bly just go full-on macro? Maybe Mana plays overly defensive and he gets an advantage there. I don't know. That's why we're here. We're going to find out. Thank you for joining me for the Starladder Ultimate Series. Thank you, Blizzard, for sponsoring this event. It's created some of the most entertaining games I've seen, and especially got to cast. And thank you to Starladder for allowing me to provide some mediocre English commentaries. Wait, does that work? No, you can't see it. You still can't see it. I don't know. But so this is the first day of the playoffs. We're determining who the final 8 will be next Saturday, the round of 8. And we're adding in the first players of the groups. You got Rail, first and second place, which are Rail and, well, let me just go back here real quick.
Good.
I have it on the screen.
Now I have your
Rail,
attention.
Laser, Masa, and Cyril. Were the top of their groups. And the winners of today move on to face them Obviously, whoever moves on here is facing Masa, the Canadian Terran player, who beat Scarlet and Neeb. So, a capable opponent for whoever comes out on top of this 5th match. And those are going to be happening. Next Saturday is the round of 8. 1 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. European time. And 10 a.m. Pacific. Oracle coming in. Otherwise, we got a Twilight behind. Oh, what? Where did all those queens come from? Should have had that revelation earlier. And the queens get the kill. That's unfortunate. And then the round of 4. The semifinals, best of 5s, and the finals, best of 7, will be happening on Sunday, same time. So, just mark your calendars, or tell Alexa or something. I don't know. We do have an Archon drop behind. Only 4 gates, not a huge commit. Wait, 5 gates. Wait, no, that's Templar. 4 gates. There are 4 gates! That's funny for some people, I guess. Some people are like, what's wrong with you? Fly with a... Is that a Zergling drop in 2018? This could be really solid, though. There's no units here, and he doesn't want to spend Warpins. This is exactly when you want Templar. These Lings are coming in at the worst time. And they're going to get a Scout. Fly. Gonna find some kills to start. Yeah, you can't fight that. Like, Fly with the random Lings, but this time, that's real damage. 7 kills. And he can get out. Or go for the pylon, I guess, but that's a lot of mining time as well. The Archon drop has to do big damage. There's Hydras on the way. Bly has 49 drones, which is healthy enough, especially if you kill... Oh, looks like he got some in here. The Ling's still doing damage. The Archon drop gonna find a queen. Might find a couple Hydras. Like, Mana needs some return fire here. Archons are really good. Oh, you gotta be real careful with those things. The wraparound. Oh, he gets one Archon. The Lings are still in the base. But some counter damage. Oh my god. And the Hydras are on their way across. He's going for speed. He wants to attack. This is the timing. Can Mana hold again? That's been the most of this series. Can Mana hold? Oh my god. How many? He's killed 15 probes. Stop it. Stop it, Zerglings. Stop it. Stop it. Disgusting. Like, Mana is kind of telegraphing all in. He could take a 3rd. He's going out for it now. It looks, well, that probe needs to make its way there, but Bly droned up a little behind it. Looks like he's decided he's not going to set up a timing. He's got spine crawlers coming up as well. He's feeling pretty safe.
Good. Now I have your
Storm.
attention.
Mana gonna fall back. Important. Oh, Ling's in the main again. He's got to get rid. He's got to get rid of that. Over there. Bly is gonna try to kill him. He's at 51 drones and he hasn't made one for several minutes. Like, Bly is coming in for the kill. Storm is on the way. The perfect response. We saw what we saw last game. But here comes Bly. 70 army supply. Storm isn't okay. It will be done. There are 2 Archons. There is a Prism. If Mana gets wind of this, how many Templar? 4 Templar. I mean, the Storm's done. Storm is done. He might not expect it. Big Storms to kick things off. Gets the Archon out. Mana's holding. But does he have the follow-up? There's still one more Storm in the mix. That's so important. That threat is there. It's just Hydras here. The Storm can chunk through so much of them. Mana feels like he needs to do counter damage. Little does he know he actually has more probes right now. He needs everything. Warps in another couple Templar if they live long enough. The Hydra's from the right. You're gonna lose a few probes to start. There's some Storms there. Whoop, he picks it up. We're gonna save the Templar. And the counter. The charge lots. We'll find the Hydras. Mana in a good spot here. Bly's only at 49 drones. Mana, he holds solidly. And Bly, I feel like Bly just... He followed up a lot of damage by trying to do more damage, and Mana has adapted. The shields have adapted. And he just sat back. He rushed out Storm. He didn't commit to the all-in. After last game, I don't think you commit to anything if you're Mana. You just 100%... You defend, 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 defend. Because Bly, he took the bait. He tried to kill him. And he failed. And now Bly is down in workers against a Protoss who already has most of the tech they want. The only thing we're lacking here are the Immortals, especially the Immortals that are very angry that that Zealot's standing there. The charge lots are coming in. Banelings, well, that's not going to work. This is a Legacy of the Void trailer situation. Charge lots can target down drones, and I mean just killing any. Just bringing any units back, to be honest. He's brought all the Hydras back. He's dragged them back off the map. And kept... Oh, there's the lurker den. Okay, it's just 2 Banelings, Mana. Mana, this seems like an overreaction. Mana. Oh, he saw it. He saw it, yeah. 10 more Banes. Baneling speed is done. No upgrades for Bly. Bly just doesn't like upgrades very much. And without the Immortal Backbone, this can go south really quick. A relatively quick 4th base as well, considering how this game has gone. Banelings on the right. Banelings on the right. Banelings on the right! That Templar pulled the trigger a little early there, I feel. The Storm's on the other side. The Baneling's still trickling through. Will he just go for the Templar? He finds the probes. So, yeah. It looks like the charge lot's on the other side. Wait, was that from the Prism? Or was that just he ran it over? It looks like he ran it over. A little bit of an awkward exchange. Looks like some Storms landed on the left. How many Hydras have died now? Only 12, so it wasn't a huge chunk of them. Kind of a weird spot. Once again, Bly on a relatively low economy. Mana, his 4th base is online. For now. It's tenuous. He's not in position to have quite enough to defend both sides. Mana, 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 mana. Oh no! 14 probes! The Hydra's over here crushed by Storm. So in exchange, 14 probes for about 7 Hydras. It's hard to judge who got the better of that. I feel like Bly did. Hydras are freaking out. Alright, they're freaking out. Mana's out on the map. He's got everything together. 8 Templar, 4 Immortals, and 8 Energy Balls. Power is there. The force fields, maybe a little unnecessary. Why? Are you going to base trade with lurkers? Are you going to? No, no, you can't. Why are you here, Archon? Tell me your story. There are storms. Oh, the storms. The storms could be huge. The storms are everything. Beautiful storm to start things off. Where is the detection? Mana's gonna base trade. Recall is on the table. More storms. Hit the Hydras. Bly was microing back at home. The lurker's still the main threat. There aren't any Immortals at home to work through. There are no lurkers either for Bly. There's no defense on the opposite side of the map. The lurkers are in range of the base. The Archons can't get baited into those spines. Remember, recall is still an option. 16 probes have gone down. Where's the detection? A storm could actually... Oh, wait. There's an observer. He cleans it up. Coming back, but... Mana? Who's cornering who? Mana far ahead in supply. Crushing through. He held the line back at home, and he's pushing the front on the opposite side. And just like that, 50 supply, 60 supply ahead. And it looks very much like the Polish Protoss. With beautiful defense. Wait, the lurker's still, but... It looks like he'll be moving on to face the Canadian next week. The lurkers are holding, but a lot more charge lots. He just needs to get his detection together. Double supply. And Bly crumbles. Some incredible builds, but just the tenacity of Mana, especially these past 2 games, after what he went through. He comes out on top and claims one of the most exciting series victories. And he'll be moving on. And we're not even done today. despite Bly having 600. Yeah. All right. Next up is Neeb versus Cass to find out who faces Cyril. Yeah, we're not done. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the cast.